Hi, Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Friday, May the 18th. Well, we'll start with news that's not in Arkansas, but it's a matter that concerns everyone. Another school shooting, this one in Santa Fe, Texas, about 30 miles south of Houston. 10 people are dead, 9 students and 1 teacher. A number of people are wounded, including a police officer who was there to provide safety on the campus. Police officers are also detonating explosive devices that were found at the school and nearby. A terrible case. We don't yet know what spurred this latest outbreak of school violence. Elsewhere today in Arkansas, Attorney General Leslie Rutledge went to new lengths today to avoid answering questions about why she's denied all 70 requests for constitutional amendments and initiated act requests that have come to her office since the last election. 55 minutes before a scheduled court hearing today in Circuit Court, she asked that the lawsuit be removed to federal court. She's known for 2 weeks this hearing was coming. This is a simple delaying tactic by Rutledge, who doesn't want to have to explain herself. She said yesterday that the law is the problem, not her office on refusal to approve these ballot amendments. But the law says she can either approve them in a short period of time or else suggest language that makes them acceptable and clear to the court. She's using this as a delaying tactic to kill this amendment. This particular one is about casino gambling, but that there are any number of others in line that also will die if she doesn't begin to approve ballot measures before a June 6th deadline for advertising them so that the petitions can be gathered. Elsewhere today, we have news that Rusty Crawford has asked for a delay in his fraud trial in Springfield, Missouri. He's a lobbyist who's accused of bribing and otherwise engaging in a variety of misdeeds to get business for his health care firm from the state of Arkansas through Medicaid money. He wants a delay of a June trial until August. He says that he's learned from prosecutors that he can expect more charges to be filed against him. He doesn't specify what they might be, but of course everybody will be interested to see if still more allegations of misdeeds involving other legislators besides those who've already been charged will emerge in a new indictment against Crawford. We don't know that yet, but there is still more to come. Well, the U.S. House today defeated a major farm bill. Republicans backed it. They tried to pass it, but some 30 Republicans defected on a vote that was very important to the agriculture industry in Arkansas. All Arkansas congressmen voted for the measure, but they couldn't bring along some conservative Republicans who have a separate immigration issue they wanted to leverage against this bill. This is good news in a way for poor people. This bill would put in a work requirement on receiving SNAP or food stamps, poor people who need food assistance. It's a mean requirement. It will throw hundreds of thousands of people off the nutrition program. It's the idea of compassion and conservatism in the Republican Party today in Washington. Unemployment rate in Arkansas held steady in April at 3.8%. The rape and sexual assault trial of Robert Rook, a Conway family physician, continued today with the defense case beginning in Conway Circuit Court. 9 women have testified that he sexually assaulted or raped them by making inappropriate physical contact with them during medical exams, sometimes in repeated incidents. Defense has tried to say women kept coming back to see the doctor despite these supposed breaches. The women said they really didn't know what to do. They were afraid to say things. Many came forward after initial charges were filed. The defense has presented character witnesses for the doctor today. No word yet if he himself will testify. Well, Rick Crawford gave us sort of an amazing interview to the Democrat Gazette yesterday, but it was less amazing when we realized this has come out of the Republican talking point machine, and that is that the Robert Mueller investigation should come to an end, should be wrapped up. There's nothing there. Well, of course, that's nonsense. There's a lot there. Mueller's been only at work for a year, and he's filed more than 100 charges against, I think, 19 people, and 5 have pleaded guilty to a variety of federal crimes. This is the opposite of non-productive, which Rick Crawford called, and I don't recall him or other Republicans talking about the complaints of an expensive Benghazi investigation that produced nothing, never mind the Whitewater investigation, which Arkansans can remember well.
We tell our girls they can be anything they want to be, and for a while, they believe it.
I want to be a doctor and a rock star. I want to be a veterinarian.
A few months ago, my daughter Evie asked me if being a lawmaker is an all-boy job. That was the day I decided to run. If my daughter wants to be a world-famous singer, I will be her biggest supporter. And if she wants to be a state representative one day, she needs to know that's available to her too. My path hasn't been typical. I've been a lawyer, a stay-at-home mom, a teacher, and now I'm running for office. I know firsthand that it's never too late to build the life you dream of for yourself. Every Arkansan should have that same chance. We all tell our little girls that they can be anything they dream. Let's build an Arkansas where we can keep that promise.
Well, that's most of the news today. I want to make this further comment about school shootings, a terrible thing. Arkansas politicians, Leslie Rutledge among them, have trotted out their usual cliched thoughts and prayers comments on Twitter about these events. And of course, prayers are appropriate and sympathetic thoughts are appropriate. But one commenter, Larry Sabato of the University of Virginia, quoted John F. Kennedy many years ago in saying that, of course, God's work is an important thing, and seeking his help is an important thing in the conduct of our daily lives. But God's work must be our own work on these earth. It's time to do something, not just issue thoughts and prayers. And in Leslie Rutledge's case, it might be time to stop defending the gun lobby and trying to do something about the excessive violence with the use of guns. That's one way to resist. There are a lot of candidates on the ballot this year that are making these same sorts of comments. Take a look. They're easy to find. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back next week.